Hello there, Mark with Two Port of Fly, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're going to do some bush flying in the Kodiak 100 today. Taking off from Lower Loon Creek in Idaho, heading over to a little airport called Challis Airport. The runway we're taking off from, I believe, is about 1,205 feet. And the runway that we're landing on is about 975 feet long. So we're gonna check that out. Okay, we're gonna hand fly this thing all the way over. I'm not gonna bother with the autopilot or GPS. I'll be able to see where I'm at. But flying in the mountains here like this, I have to stay in the valleys to get down to altitude to land anyway. And so we're gonna follow the valleys over, and hopefully we'll land this thing. Let's get rolling. .28 flaps is what they wanted me at for this takeoff, so we're gonna see how that works. I'm gonna rotate at about 60, which is gonna be touchy, but we'll make it, I think. Yep, we're good. This thing will climb pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of some of the flaps there. A friend of mine was just telling me he flew up in Canada on a fishing trip, and he got to fly in a Kodiak 100 on floats. Pretty impressed with that airplane. Okay, we're gonna circle around. As soon as we can climb high enough to clear these mountains, we'll circle around and get on track here. Bring the rest of the flaps out. Red line in here. I better back off on the throttles a little bit. Bring the prop back just a little bit. Try to get over to Challis before the sun goes down. We're definitely going to be getting close to the sun going down behind the mountains here, which makes the scenery really pretty this time of night. Okay, I'm going to open up my map here, see where I'm at. So we're going to come right in. We're going to follow this valley down. I don't know if you can see. Maybe if I go like this. There you go. So we're going to follow this valley down here. We're going to go right. Uh-oh, I got my cursor off of my main screen, so I lost control there for a minute. But every time I put the cursor on the screen, I lose my controls. Anyways, I'm going to go straight for a minute here. So we're going to come down this valley, come over top of this little runway here, which is also called Challis, and we'll come right in to runway 10 right here. So there you have it. That's simple. Nothing to it, right? Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. So I got started with a new hobby this last couple weeks. I went and bought myself a little cheapy RC plane, a little foam electric RC. It's a Cub S2 or something like that. And I kind of just seeing if it's something I'd want to do or not. Been flying that thing here for a couple weeks and I love it. So looks like I'm going to be diving head first into this RC world. I've already got a line of sight on 3 bigger nitro model RC planes that I'm going to purchase over the next weekend. Let's look at this. This is that other Challis airport I was talking about. But that's not the one I want to land at. I want to land at this other one. So, but anyways, back to the RCs I was talking about. Yeah. So that's something I'm going to start doing. Another way to stay up on aviation without actually flying airplanes, because I can't afford it. I'll probably be posting some videos. Maybe this channel might turn into RC planes and flight sims. We'll see how it goes. So we're gonna head down this valley. We got to start dropping some altitude and dropping some speed, because this is all going to come up pretty quick. One thing about bush flying, you got to stay in the valleys, because it's really hard to be diving down to these airports that are in the valley. So you got to pretty much follow the valleys for your approach, which, if you do any of this kind of flying, you know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go ahead and really start slowing down, because we are actually really close to the runway now. I didn't realize how close I was getting. I'm gonna record my landing now.
500. 500.
I'm gonna start dropping some flaps. We're gonna go full flaps, and we're gonna be right around this corner. We're gonna break out onto our final, and hopefully we're landing it. This seems like more than 975 feet. I must have been thinking of that other Challis. Maybe not, though. Maybe it's only 900 and some feet. Okay, so there it is, Challis Airport. Nothing too fancy, no buildings or anything on this one, but be a little camp out spot for flying in here with your Kit Fox or whatever. So I'm going to set the parking brakes here. We're going to jump into this camera and take a look at my landing, if you don't mind. Okay, let's jump in here and
500.
let's see how this went. Things came up pretty fast on us here just because I was yakking about other things, but that was the purpose of this, was make it short and sweet. Sun going down over Challis. actually really fun approach. I really enjoyed that. That was really cool. Now let's see how my landing was. I was at 78 knots right about here. Back up to 83 or so because I felt like I was getting slow, so I throttled up a little bit. And then now we're at right about 78 knots right here. And down to 72 knots. 67 knots. Flare. I didn't really do an extreme flare, but I definitely landed it pretty good there. So, not that I know what a good landing is even supposed to be, but that looked good to me. We all walked away. Alrighty, well, let's take control of this plane again. Alrighty, well, I sure appreciate you watching. I know it's just a nice short, sweet little flight, but I'm going to do some more of this Kodiak, Idaho bush flying. Probably push the envelope a little bit here on some really short runways, see what we can do. So, but hope you have a good day.